We're all still muted. There we go. Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah.
You got to unmute yourself. There you go. That was the setting. Unmuted? Yeah, you're unmuted. So
that was weird.
We're live.
Okay.
That was all the open ran because that was set up from when Andre was on the other day. So as soon as I just hit go live, because I was all excited, let's go live. And I hit go live and I'm like, boop, boop. I'm like, oh no. And then I'm talking to you like, we don't need that. I was like, oh yeah, we're all muted.
Well, here we are. Hey, everybody. Hey. We're back. We're back. We're bad. Oh, yep. Yeah. What a week it's been. What a week it's been. Goodness me.
Oh, my God.
Awesome home cinema stuff.
Yeah.
Like some, world-ending, fantastic home cinema stuff this week. And some not so good, but, that's fine.
And some not so good. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
Yeah, true. But yes, no, very, very cool. How are you anyway? Did you okay?
I am very good. I am,
awesome.
I got stuff going on with the house and everything like that, and we don't need to get into those details. Slight detail I will give up right here is that there's a new building commissioner, and met with him for the first time today. Steve and I talked about it a little bit earlier, but I don't want to get into all of that news. But let's say he gave me some really good news because he's inspecting the framing. And it's like bittersweet news. I was going to save it until I can occupy the house and then go down there. But he's like, oh, no, you got to finish this room, the theater. I'm like, all right. You told me I got to do it.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah. All right. Like, I don't have to have it done. Like, push and play done. But he's like, you got to frame this. You got to frame this. You got to do this. I put it all on hold so I could just keep going with the house. And he's like, nope, you got to do it. I'm like, all right. There you go.
I have it in writing.
Yeah. I was like, all right. So you're saying there's a chance. Yeah.
Is he ex Lucasfilm or something? I mean, who is this guy?
So, yeah, I was pretty excited.
Nice. As
you can tell. So, yeah, I just met with him this afternoon. And, oh, my God, Steve, that image I got to show you. I got to refresh the image. The one you said we were going to do when we finally get to the show. I got to refresh that.
Okay.
We're spreading like wildfire, my friend. So, how was your week? How was your week?
It's been, do you know what? It's been really good. Yeah, like I said, seen some great stuff in the cinema room. Work has been not too crazy. I've just finished 2 days of assessing the students just before they finish to become qualified lawyers. So I've spent 2 days doing that. And that was all quite smooth. So, yeah, it's been all right. And obviously,
lawyering boot camp.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. And of course, England did well at the weekend. The US did less well in the World Cup. And I don't want to hold that over you too much, Deej.
Oh, don't worry about it. No, I mean, you know what? It was like me and Todd, we were chatting during it. We were texting back and forth. And he made a joke like during the game. He's like, it's rigged. I tell you, it's rigged. Joking about it. I go, no, I'll tell you right now, if U.S. wins 2 more games, then I'd say it was rigged. We have no business being, even where they were. I was just excited they did that well. It's like, I know they have no business being there. And like I said to Todd yesterday, I go, we can't win the men's and women's Olympic gold in hockey and win the World Cup all in the same year. It'd be like, we'd be shunned. They'd send us to Mars before Elon was done. You can't do that.
But I think it would have been better had certain events not happened in the build up to it. But because
I didn't pay attention to that. I had no idea. I heard some stuff about it, but I literally had no idea about it in the news and stuff like that. I don't pay attention to the news.
It was all anyone was talking about over here, and it was just not, So
sure.
that was
something with a red card, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got to be careful, haven't we? But it took the gloss off of what was. I mean, people were really jonesing for how well the US had been doing, and it was going really well. And then, unfortunately, the gloss rather came off it at the end, which is a shame because I think they made a lot of friends, but that got undone quite quickly. So, it's a shame. But other than that, though, the football has been good. And there was another good game earlier this evening between Egypt and Argentina. So, yeah, man, no, it's been a good week. It has been okay. So, yeah, all good. So, Deej, so did you want to do that picture then? Do you want to talk about that? And then I'll do my question? Or do you want to save the question for the show?
Well, yeah. So we'll do that picture when we do the audio.
Right. So let me ask you this question now. Then. Let me do this then.
Please.
Okay. Now this one, you've got to hear the whole question. Okay, because I know the answer to the first bit, but the little sting in the tail is where the interest lies. And a friend of mine and I were talking about it earlier, and we can't. There's a clear answer for British people, I think, but there's not a clear answer for Americans. And this is what I want. So and we could not work it out between us. So here we go. Right. So, Deej, your favorite sports movie that is about a sport that you're not interested in. So a movie that transcends the sport for you. So you're not into the sport, don't like the sport necessarily, but you really like the movie. What are you going for? Go on then. Do it.
I'm still not interested in the sport, but I got minorly interested.
You don't have to be the sport. The film should transcend the sport, ideally.
Absolutely.
Go on then.
And to me, it does. I read the book afterwards. I learned so much. I learned everything. Like, I learned so much from this movie. I was so taken aback by it. I believe, let me check. I'm pretty sure it's still not even available on Kaleidoscape. Let me see. Or if it is, it's only in, nope, it's in, yeah, there you go. It's in HD. Why don't I have it? I have the collector's edition, which was like bound in leather, maybe fake leather, red leather. Have you got any hints yet?
Red leather.
Yeah.
No, you've not. No, go on. Tell. Lay it on me.
The Tobey Maguire vehicle, Seabiscuit.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, fair enough.
Absolutely. Yeah. That movie there, like I'm not really into horse racing at all. At all. Right?
Yeah.
Like wasn't. But I'm into movies, and it was it seemed like a good story. It's a true story, blah, blah, or based on a true story, right?
Yeah.
And I watched, I saw that in theaters, and then I read the whole book, and when I read that book, I was like, every little detail I needed to absorb, like everything about horse racing, everything that they do, like, because there's so much more information in the book. But absolutely, Seabiscuit for me. It's like, because I'm still not really interested in it, but I now have a little bit of a working knowledge. So like when I see the races, I'll be like, oh yeah, I know this, blah, 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 just from the movie. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but a little bit more than I had before. But yeah, that absolutely, that would be the one.
Was that the Kentucky Derby? Is that where that all kind of takes place?
Seabiscuit was,
I've only seen it once. And it was
it's more than it's not just a race. It's literally about the horse itself.
Okay.
And like the horse, the rider that Tobey Maguire plays. And it's like, it was the relationship, and that's what made it so interesting. And what I found awesome about it was something about it it's so funny. Shortly after this came out in 03, 04-ish. I went on my own for work around 04. My buddy Charlie went on his own around 04, pouring concrete. And so it was probably like a year after. I'm probably still reading the book or whatever and learning a little bit about horses. And we poured this job at a farm, and they had horses. And the guy introduced me to his horse, and he's one of them. And he's like, look at, this is what these horses do. And it's like, I found out like they're literally like dogs. And he's like, here, throw this, and he'll go get it. I was like, what? Like this horse? He's like, oh yeah, they love it. They are like, they're like dogs. I was like, okay. So
was it a prearranged meeting, Deej?
Yeah.
So it wasn't on the hoof.
No.
Sorry.
But just learning, like the movie, like Seabiscuit is more about like the relationship and like getting the right rider. Got more out of this horse. Wasn't supposed to. Oh, thank you, Nelson. Oh, guess what I'm watching later tonight. So it's like the horse wasn't like nobody cared about the horse. Nobody saw anything in the horse except for this. Was it Chris Cooper? Yes.
Sounds
he
like
was
it. Yeah.
he was in this movie too, and another movie I'm going to talk about later. And he was awesome in it. It was like the relationship of the horse, and then how much he could get out of it, and like when you see them and I haven't seen this movie in a little while, but when you see them, they're whacking the horse and they're like right, and that makes the horse go faster. Well, I think it was something with Seabiscuit where it's like, nope, no, he just froze up. Nope, I'm not having it. And the horse like, no, you can hit me all you want. I'm gonna take a hard left or something. What? And it was like, no, if you ride him, like if you treat him right, and and the other part is, and that it goes way into it in the book, the horses want to win the race. They literally know they're in a race, right? And it's not like, you go to the dog track and the dog's chasing the rabbit or whatever, and it's like, okay, and it's just chasing a rabbit. These horses know, they say, or at least that's what they tell you. They're like, they know, they want to beat that next horse. So it's like you get the most out of it. And like they did with Seabiscuit, it's like get the most out of him. And he's like, nope, I'm gone. And it was, it's, oh my God, it's so good.
Have you ever, we did not.
Tune in next week for how Seabiscuit looks on Kaleidoscape.
Yeah, man, no, that's a good choice. We never even thought of that. Have you ever been to a horse race? Well, have you been to a horse race or to a show jumping or anything like that?
I've never been to a show jumping. I've been to the track with my buddy, and it wasn't because it's all about gambling. So I'm not a big gambler.
Quite. Yeah, no, I get
and just watches horses go around the track is just like, okay. It's like I really liked the story of this one. So
we did. I mean, I've been to horse racing and done I don't know anything about it. We went as a couple of us. There's a big event not far from here called the Cheltenham Gold Cup, which is a huge international horse race that they do once a year over sort of 3 days. And I've been to that a couple of times, and just kind of fun bet, if you know what I mean. Only a few bucks here and there. But I did accidentally come across a show jumping event. We went to like a I don't know what you call it, like a farm show, I suppose you might call it. Loads of farming equipment, but also stuff for other people as well. And they were doing show jumping there. And what struck me about that is the sheer kinetic energy of these giant horses jumping these jumps. And as they land, you can feel the force in the ground as these things come down, like the sheer power of these animals. I'd never really appreciated that before until I stood next to a sort of 12-foot high jump as this thing's gone over and then landed. It's incredible. So powerful. Anyway, that's enough about that. So the choice I came across, the one I chose. So now there is a right answer, I think. And I mean, guys in the chat, feel free to disagree. And ladies and gents, of course.
And they will.
But I think for British people, there is a right answer, and that right answer is Field of Dreams. Because no one over here cares about baseball. No one over here knows a thing about baseball.
Right.
But Field of Dreams is a masterpiece. And that's the film me and a friend of mine that were talking this morning, that was like, it's got to be that one for Britishers. Yeah. Because it's a sport we know nothing about, we're not interested in, but it absolutely transcends the sport. Yeah. And I mean, Moneyball to a certain extent we were talking about as well, which is good one. Is an interesting movie. Concussion's really good as well. Which up with Will Smith, which is really good.
Because you guys aren't into American football.
Well, exactly. Right. Yeah. So that kind of has some interest.
I feel like you guys, and not to be like, I feel like everybody else in the world has a better opportunity at it, because there's like our four majors are still interesting to the rest of the world, where I feel like over here, like I'm interested in soccer more than I am horse racing. That's why I would pick that over like Victory or wasn't there
might go with Escape to Victory?
Wasn't there a Pele one too?
He was in Escape to Victory. We call it Escape to Victory. You call it Victory. He's in that.
I thought
he's in it
because I loved Pele growing up. If I had to do a book report, it was like, okay, Pele, okay, do that. I'll find a book on him and read it and do it another one. Loved Pele, but I like soccer obviously more than I like horse racing. It's like I actually like soccer. I was never really into horse racing, so
Escape to Victory is great. What's this one though? Have you heard of that one? Paul Hurt says
8 Men Out. Yeah, it's another baseball movie. That? It's about the
okay.
Yeah, is that the Black Sox? It's the scandal. If I remember
Well, the
right.
cheating scandal, was that the one?
Yeah, yeah. It's
okay,
like
yeah,
with the
okay.
8 Men Out. Yeah, that was a good one too. That was in the 80s. I remember that. I remember renting that, working in the rental store. Something like that.
Holger's trying to get you on side, Deej.
Yeah, but it's a sport I'm not interested. You missed the qualifier. I mean, Miracle, Slapshot. There's so many more. Mystery Alaska.
Yeah, quite.
You know, there's so many. It's like
this is why you have the extra bit. Otherwise, it was always going to be Miracle, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it's like Well, no, I don't. I mean, yeah, Miracle's awesome. That's the true story. But Slapshot's that's awesome too. It's
Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks, the original one's good. I like it. And it's so funny. I saw that one years and years, obviously years ago when that came out, was that early 90s.
What's that?
I have no idea.
Mike's just throwing out random ones to see if
I thought there was a Fish That Saved Wanda was a movie.
No, Fish Called Wanda. The Fish
Called Wanda.
Yeah, with John Cleese. Great film.
With Dr. J. Okay, so it had Dr. J in it, but it's still, is it a sports movie or are we just going with anybody? I'm like, Mean Joe Green was in, not as interested in the sport. What else?
Actually, my friends came up with one that we all might agree
another baseball movie, yeah.
There is one we all might sort of agree on.
What's that?
Cool Runnings.
That popped in my head. I do like bobsledding though.
Oh, do you? Oh,
I do. Yeah. I'm like, when it comes, it's not a sport you get to watch a lot of, right? Because it's not on all the time, but it's still like, I liked the sport. Horse racing, I can honestly say, I'm not a fan of horse racing, right? But I did think of Cool Runnings in my head. As soon as you said it, I'm like, yeah, I kind of like Cool Runnings. And I'm like, what don't I? I'm like, duh, Seabiscuit. I'm like, yeah, that was it. But
my friend was talking about The Hustler and The Color of Money, but he's in a pool team, about 2 pool teams, so he couldn't go with that. So it's like, oh, okay.
I'm more interested in pool, Fats Domino, all that, the whole. Yeah, that's more interesting to me than horse racing. Oh,
that's a great choice. We never came up with Seabiscuit. I like that. That's a great choice. Yeah, Holger mentioned Rocky earlier as well. I mean, I think Holger's talking about he's not into boxing. So I mean,
Major League. Yeah, Major League. Yeah. Oh, here's another one that I like, but Seabiscuit is way better, right? Tin Cup.
Oh,
Tin Cup, Caddyshack.
I quite like golf though.
I'm not a big golf fan. I'm like, I've golfed. I've never horse raced, so I guess I could say that. But I'm not a big golf fan. I really don't like golf, to be honest with you. It's too slow for me. It's like okay. It's like great. You want me to hit this ball the same way I hit a hockey puck, and you're telling me this is hard to do, but nobody's trying to hit me? Okay.
So, well, if you're, so you've got, let me just, so Deej, you've gone with Tin Cup, and you went with, what was the other one you said? The other golf one you said? Yeah. And you didn't say Happy Gilmore?
Well, yeah, that's hockey too. Happy Gilmore, that one. Yeah. But Tin Cup, I liked. I thought that was funny. It's like, what?
Yeah, Kevin Costner, Reen
Oh, my God. And the Don Johnson played a great role, too. And it was like, thinking outside the box and this and that. And that's why he couldn't do what he was supposed to do. And it's like, what was it? Don Johnson bet him how far he could drive it, and then he bounced it down the cart path.
Yeah, from the restaurant.
Yeah. And he was like, doink, doink, doink. And they're like, yeah, it's still going. Okay. Yeah, and you're like, think outside the box. You didn't set the rules. It's awesome.
I need to see that again.
That, and I like it's a better name than Clank.
Fred's got Friday Night Lights. We talked about earlier, Fred, with my friend. We did mention that. Mean Machine was another one that we thought about as well with with Burt Reynolds.
Yes,
that was quite a good
Over
one.
the Top. Over the Top is another one.
Is that a sport? Are we calling arm wrestling a sport?
It is. It's absolutely a sport. They just had Joe Rogan just had a guy on that's on all the time that does it all. He just had hosted a guy that's like the 6-time world champion or something like that. It's absolutely a sport. My buddy Charlie, his dad did it growing up, was in the sport. It's a legit sport, not one that I'm in, but that's another one. Like, how do you make a movie out of that? But they did. I
think we should go with dodgeball then as well.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, the stupid sports I've seen, like on ESPN 52, or whatever it is now, and you're like, this is pillow fighting. Have you seen this? Grown men, like, pillow fighting. Like, they have yes, it is disgusting. I'm like, this is not a sport.
It's disgusting.
It is absolutely, it's like shameful. Like, who does this? And it's like, you have too many channels. If this is like, we got to put something on. It's like, what? It's like, yeah, it was awful. And yeah, I can't. It was just so
and
bad.
the guy that put the bricks in the bottom of his pillowcase. Was it just,
Yeah, it's like, what is this? And then they're talking skill.
Right.
The announcers were talking like skill, like, well, what it takes. I'm like, come on.
It's not a real thing. Deidre pulling my leg.
I'm telling you, it's like, it's pillow fighting. It's called, it's on ESPN. It was on ESPN. I saw it in some bar or something that had like too many. It was a sports bar, and they have so many TVs. They had every channel on of something, and this is what was on. I was like, all right, we're in the wrong seat. This is stupid.
Wrong kind of bar.
No, they had other sports on too, but
okay, all right, fair enough.
Yeah. Oh, Longest Yard. Burt Reynolds, The Longest Yard. And what's his name too? Happy Gilmore. Adam Sandler.
It's real.
Longest Yard. I told you it's real.
Is it like in a boxing ring?
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah. Don't put it on, Steve. It's like a train wreck. You won't be able to stop watching it, and you're just going to get angry. Man. You're just going to get angry. You'll get angry because these guys take it seriously, and they're all like, yeah. I was like, who are you telling you do that? Yeah, like, I love home theater. I'm like, I am not embarrassed. That's great. But I see people's eyes glaze over, and they're like, what are you, nuts, nerd, blah, blah, blah. Fine, I own it. Oh, I'm a pillow champion. What? Okay.
Oh, that's my day tomorrow sorted then. Right. Hopefully it'll be a quiet day.
Tune in next week. They got to make a movie.
You're frozen.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
See, I got too excited.
Yeah, you're back.
There we go.
Yeah, man. It's the big pillow has decided to cut us off.
Yeah.
Right. So Eric Reggie, so it says, fun fact, my grandfather was the stuntman on Caddyshack, the golf pro that did all the shots in the movie. Every golf shot in Caddyshack was done by my grandfather. True story. All right.
Wow.
And Eric, who in your family was like operating the gopher? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
All right, fair play.
Who had their hand up at Gopher? Never mind. So, oh my God. Got a few comments on your open last week.
Oh, did you?
Oh my God. How many people laughed? They didn't know what it was. Where's that from? I'm like, that's a quote. That's a quote. That's a legit quote. Yeah. That's a good one. That was great.
Oh man, I think professional pillow fighting might be this one this week. That is crazy. I just
Maybe.
think
I already highlighted what I thought it could be.
Yeah, it should begin with, that's disgusting.
Yeah. Okay. And they shut it off. Doesn't get a lot of clicks after that.
Yeah. That's
average duration 3 seconds.
Well, man, there's obviously people interested in pillow fighting. Look at the numbers.
Yeah.
So there you go. Man, so early doors for all of that.
Oh my God.
But I've got to say, guys, I think that's it.
Great question.
Well, does one's best. It's
so
because of the World Cup. So
yeah. let's get into the show proper, and I'll comment on the questions and stuff like that. So
yeah, let's go.
As long as I remember, how my brain is. So where's that button? My brain can't seem to.
We are Brightside Theater.
Hey, home theater nerds, welcome to the Brightside Home Theater Podcast, a multi-award-winning giving and receiving home theater podcast that's all about the experiences, the sights. Where is it? Where'd it go? There it is.
The sounds.
The scenes.
I got to reorganize the sounders on this. I got way too many sounders, and they're spread out everywhere.
Oh, just whilst we thought, because we just heard him. Anyone because John Circodi is no longer on X, understandably. Is he on Threads, Blue Sky? Which one was the one you guys went to? It was Threads, wasn't it? Something like that. You guys.
I didn't go anywhere.
Oh, I think
I haven't gone anywhere. I think he might. I don't know what he did.
Okay. Well, anyone that
he's
can
bounced
hunt
a
him
few
down.
times. Yeah.
Okay. So anyone that could hunt him down online, do yourselves a favor. Go see what he looks like now.
Yeah.
And congratulate him on. Well, first, you see if you could recognize him, and then congratulate him on 75 pounds.
Yeah,
weight loss. He sent a picture earlier in the week. I swear, Deidre, I don't know if you'll listen to this, but I genuinely,
of course he listens.
I thought, well, he sent a picture of him and Lydia wearing Mexico shirts, right?
Yeah.
And I looked at it, and for probably a good minute, maybe two, I thought, why has he sent me a picture of some random guy with his wife? I seriously, I was looking at it. I'm thinking, is it like his brother, or is it like someone that he knows? Is it a friend?
Yeah.
And then it dawned on me way longer than it should have done. That's John.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, honestly, man, it's amazing. So yeah, he looks completely different. Looks incredible, and he shaved his beard, which also confusing.
That's a few pounds right there.
Yeah. So gosh, he looks so different. But yeah, so if you get a chance, go see.
Reminds me of when we were kids.
Congratulate him. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He's completely different. Completely different.
Paul Hurt's saying he's on Blue Sky, but not really active. He's not really active in most of the social medias. Never really has been. Like he goes on and he'll like surf around and stuff. And he looks at things and then gets aggravated and leaves.
Yeah, well, I get that. I understand.
No, but even in old theater stuff, he'll go on and be like, he used to like text me or call me when we had the show, and he'd be like telling me about this person saying these crazy things or whatever it is. I go, you didn't have to read it, you know.
Yeah. But,
what are you doing?
I get it. I get it.
It's so funny.
But man, he looks so different. It's amazing. He's really like completely different. So congratulate him if you can find him, people.
Speaking of that, can you explain this to me? I thought the U.S. was hosting the World Cup, right?
One of three hosts: Canada, the U.S., and Mexico.
Oh, so they basically did the North America and Central America. Is Mexico's part of
Mexico's
Central
North America? No, Mexico's North
really?
America. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So North America hosted.
You get beyond the Darien Gap or whatever they call it, Darien Gap, whatever it is. Darien Gap.
It's not Panama.
Yeah, it's kind of once you start. Yeah, once you get down below. Yeah, Mexico's
that makes
North
sense.
America. Yeah,
that makes sense. I wasn't sure. I didn't even know if I had known where in Canada were they hosting. Do you know?
All over. Yeah, I think it was all over.
I mean, really? I hadn't heard any of that. Yeah, I know they were hosting it here in Foxborough. They call it Boston because they don't want to like. It's just simpler for the world to understand, right? But yeah, I didn't know that, and I'm like, how did Mexico end up hosting their own game against? And I meant to text you guys that night. I know it was late for you. Did you stay up for it?
No, it was 1 o'clock in the morning. It kicked off here, and it was a Sunday. It was like a Monday morning, and I was due at court at 7 a.m. So there was no way I was staying.
I know a lot of people did. I know. A lot of people. I would have if it was hockey. I would have. Yeah.
Yeah, the following evening, because they're still available to watch. So we watched the whole thing then on the Monday evening. It was much more civilized. Yeah. And especially since it was an hour-long rain delay because of the thunderstorms and stuff.
Oh, really?
So it didn't actually kick off until 2 a.m. And the pubs here were granted special license to stay open. So people were,
that's
it
cool.
was crazy. So I was
They did the same here, and they did the same here in Mass. Like while it was here, they were like keeping, you could stay open later and stuff like that. So
wow,
that's pretty cool.
So it was, as I was driving into court on Monday morning, there were people staggering home, in the streets. You could kind of see people. But next time, so that's this one over 3 countries. The next one, which is in Europe, is being staged between Spain, Portugal, like France. It's kind of
that makes sense to me because like Europe, Europe itself is smaller than like the United States, right? Like you got all those countries there, and it's like so I could see spreading that out. But it does make sense to go Mexico, Canada. I had no idea. I thought it was just the United States. I didn't know.
Yeah, no,
that's how much I pay attention.
It's fair enough. It's all good. But yeah. So anyway, there it is. So talking of spread around the world, Deej.
Yeah. Yeah, let's
Smooth.
yeah,
Come
I'll
on,
bring
tell me
that
that's
up.
not
But
a
I did
smooth
want to
link.
talk
Check
about the
that out.
questions, but we'll do that in a second.
Oh,
But
yes, right.
yeah,
Yeah, go
before
on.
we go
Yeah,
to the chat, we'll do this. We'll bring this to the stage. I sent you this the other day, like literally yesterday. I sent you, right? I had to refresh the picture. We've picked up, Steve, 7 more since yesterday.
Okay.
Countries,
Right.
not listeners, probably listeners, but countries.
3 listeners, 7 countries.
We are now in listening. People are listening in 132 countries around the world. That number to me is so staggering. I'm forgetting Antarctica. I'm like, I want Mars. I'm like, it looks like looking at the globe that we get here, it looks like we conquered the map, Steve.
Is it the green that we're looking at, or are we looking at the white?
No, the green is what we
Okay,
have.
just checking.
Yeah.
Okay, could be either.
So, actually, let me see if I can. I will do it this way. Let me see if I can pull this up.
I had no idea we had such regular Mongolian visitors and listeners.
Oh.
In their yurts in the middle of the sort of Mongolian veldt.
I'll pull that down and then well, I don't want to screw anything up, but I'll show you how this works for me. And then I'll put this up. All right. So there is the boom, full screen. Now I'll share that. All right. So this is the actual page. And then I can click on it. Right? And I see all the different countries.
Yeah, man. All right.
And
so, wowzers. I mean, Central Africa needs to sort itself out. What the hell?
Yeah. Come on. Libya, Mali. But at this, Greenland. Come on. It's got to be somebody.
Well, you'd have thought so.
Madagascar? Come on. They made a movie about the place.
No, we're there. We're there. It's green. It's green. That's Madagascar.
No, it's because I highlighted it. It would say a number under it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's where they like to move it.
Namibia.
Mm-hmm. That's where they filmed Fury
Zimbabwe.
Road.
Come on, Zimbabwe, step up. Man. But it is now easier to, like, now here's all the countries right here. Like you could scroll down and it's like, as I scroll, you can see that I get down to like one. You don't see a graph anymore because it's like one download from them. Bulgaria was our last one. Cool.
Okay,
probably because we played them and they're trying to find some people to listen to.
Paul says he's Papua New Guinea. What are you playing at?
Yeah, but it's like, I mean, check it out though. I mean, where did it go? Where do people? We grabbed Russia. We grabbed China. We grabbed.
We might want to rephrase that. We'll get bombed.
Russian Federation.
We've been listened to over there. Yeah, we didn't grab Russia.
We grab them. Yeah. Papua New Guinea. We're not listened to over there. So
it's a bit suspicious the Middle East are such big fans, Deej.
Hey.
Turkmenistan, like
Iraq,
Iran.
Iraq's got 67. Iran's got 5. So Saudi Arabia 20. Oman didn't even know that was a country. I thought that was our buddy down in Florida, Omar. Not Oman.
It's got his own country now. Yeah,
his own country. But yeah, it's like.
Do we think Saudi Arabia is just Ben Goff downloading us like loads of times while he's there?
Could be
exploiting the theaters.
Yeah, I mean Saudi Arabia. Yeah, it's like you got Ethiopia. That's nice. That's nice to listen in the desert. That's cool. Kenya.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Dude.
So it's literally easy. We got basically all of Central America, North and Central America. There's one little here. What is that? Belize. Come on, Belize. Yeah, and we don't have Cuba, and there's also in there Haiti.
It's probably illegal in Cuba.
Huh?
It's probably illegal in Cuba.
Yeah. It's like, well, that's what I'm thinking. Like, even over in Russia, you got 26 people over there going, all right, go sneaking it in. Nice of them. Good.
Yeah, fair play.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah, man.
And everybody knows it's like, the people are probably great. It's the leaders we're not crazy about, right? So
how do we know it's not the leaders downloading, Deej? Come on, they could be big fans.
Let's
not turn anyone away. We're a broad church.
It could be. So yeah, I was like, like I said, it's literally easier now for us to list the places we aren't in.
Yeah, man.
Because we're what's that? Less than 60 away from the whole world.
Yes, 195, isn't it? 195.
It depends on which. I've heard 185. It depends on what's really recognized. Some countries are countries, and other places are like, that's not a country, and they're not recognized necessarily. Depends on whose book you go by.
Well, 195 according to Copilot.
Okay. So we're at 132. So we're like, we're looking at 63 away.
Crazy.
63 countries away. Antarctica, is that even a country? That's a continent.
It's a territory, isn't it? Rather than
it's not even a country. So that's probably why it's not listed.
It's owned by everybody, isn't it? Isn't it like everybody and nobody?
Yeah. Or it's not. Yeah, it's like, it's
well, we'll get there. We'll get there. World domination will be ours.
I would say we have it. We're more than 50%. So if it was stocks, we got it. We're ownership. But
man. Not bad. We're having it. That's it.
That's
done.
pretty cool, huh? I was like,
again, your words, Deej, not mine. For a donkey in the basement.
Yeah,
it's not bad, is it?
Absolutely.
Not bad at all.
132 countries. I didn't think I'd get 132 people to listen to me, which I'm pretty guaranteed that's what I got. At least one in every country.
Yeah, man. It's just crazy, isn't it? It's incredible how these days, you can pick up one of these. You don't need one of these, but you can pick up one of these, click on the thing here, and just say hello to the world. And it's crazy, isn't it? But it's very cool. I mean, all right, look, good and bad. Got ill intention, not good. But if you want to just spread the home theater love, which is what we want to do, then it's very cool.
And that's I mean, whatever your intention is, you can get it out there on the internet, and it's up for the reader to discern, right? And that's, so that's the way I look at it. And like, it's not, to me, I'm still looking at the map, but I'm just like, it's crazy. It's just crazy. And but like getting to the question that you asked earlier, and it's not really a question that I wanted to talk about, but it was like the idea of the question. And what I was talking about with Andre the other day, and it's like, and then going back to even talking about, what is it, Brendan, and, are we talking high end? Are we talking this? And it's like, what really we're doing is we're talking about, that's how we got into home theater. It's questions, and it's us asking questions. And like, you sit there, everybody listening to this is here because they, like I said before, is because they asked the question. It's got to be better than that, whatever they had on their wall or what their display was, right? And it's like, whether it's a TV, a 25-inch CRT sitting there, and you're like, it's got to be better than that. How do I add to that 25-inch CRT? How do I add some surround sound to make it seem more immersive? How do I do? Everything's a question, right? So it's like, that's why it's like, the more I thought about it, I'm like, the entire thing is like, this entire hobby is about asking the questions, and you never stop. Because it's the nature of it, right? And it's like, that's why you'll never have an end game theater, because you'll never stop asking the questions. And then like this podcast is because like, what's the question? Like, how do I get the best, what are the best scenes I can watch for my theater? That's, you know what I mean? That's this answers that question for the most part. And it's like, that's what it's all about. And so, yeah, it's funny. You said,
cool.
I got another question. Keep bringing them.
What? Shall I say hi to everyone in the chat?
Yeah, let's hit the chat.
Because there's quite a few, man. So let's say hi. So Captain AC3's in. Captain, my captain. Do we know what that's from then, Deej? You might inadvertently trigger an interstellar war. I think that's Independence Day, but I'm not sure. What do we think? I don't know if Captain's in the chat and can tell us.
Yeah, you might.
Interstellar War, given that it was Independence Day.
I'm pretty sure it was Independence Day.
I think it was.
I'm trying to think of the scene in particular. I'm trying to like to be able to say like, you might.
Yeah.
It was. Wasn't it when they were? They were messing with the ship or something like that, weren't they? And it's like, you got to do this, and like, careful, you might inadvertently trigger an interstellar war. Yeah.
See, definitely Independence Day. Jordan says. Thanks, Jordan. All right, there we go.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm just trying now. I'm just trying to figure the scene, the actual scene.
This wasn't the flashy helicopter thing when they were flashing the lights. Wasn't doing the sequence.
Oh, maybe maybe you're right.
Them.
That could be it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't. Do you know what? I can't remember. I remember it's from it, but I can't remember what it was. Anyway, fell at the first. Hi, Captain.
Yeah.
So Paul's in as well. So hey, Paul, how you doing, buddy? Paul Hurt's in. He's been off to HMV in Oxford Street, place that I was last there the day I met Paul. There you go. So I spent plenty of money in there. All good. And then Holger's in as well. Guten Arbeit, Holger. Hey, buddy. Dom's in. Said bonsoir. Dom, I know, has his sweaty mitts on a pair of tickets to see Evil Dead Burn tomorrow night. And I know
I'm going to try to see it
night.
before next week. I should be able to.
I've got my tickets booked for Thursday, first showing when it comes out here. Ooh.
Was there a threat of it being sold out? I don't know.
No, there's really not. There's like literally like there's only like about 3 tickets sold. And
it's not because of the movie or anything. It's more of what's around it and the time of year it is. It's like people taking kids. You got Minions. You've got all that. You got Toy Story still out. It's like that's not what people are going to say. There's been no kind of
like
buzz
promotion for it.
Yeah,
I haven't seen other than the advert. You know, the trailers. There's been no print ads. There's no billboards. Nothing online. It's kind of weird, man. I mean, unless they just want it to build by word of mouth, it's kind of weird. Anyway, so yeah, bonsoir, Dom. Hey, Dom. Who else we got in as well? So Paul Hurt, as we said. Oh, Mike Piantonosi's in. Hey, Mike, how we doing, bud? And we have got so Steve Atts in the chat. Hey, Steve. And we've got now. All right,
Steve.
Deej, right, come on then. You can say who that is.
it was Piero Ivan Roa Franco.
Easy for you to say. Right, excellent. Good. Hello.
Am I wrong?
To him.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, I would have said Piero Ivan. Yeah.
Yeah, you would have rolled your R. I can't do that.
I tell you what, there's a mixture of different names there in terms of where that's from. Because Piero Roa Franco, I would have said is Portuguese. But
yeah,
Ivan.
But it's 4 names. Piero Ivan Roa Franco.
Yeah. But the second one is the confusing one. The other 3 sound Portuguese to me. But the second one is Ivan. I mean, obviously, yeah, wow.
For all we know, it's 4 guys sitting around watching our show.
Hey,
Piero, Ivan, Roa, and Franco.
Sitting over here.
It's a home theater gang.
Yeah, man, could be. Let us know if you're still in.
If it is, I'd appreciate you all getting your own YouTube
download away.
That way we get 4 downloads instead of 1.
And Nelson's in as well. Hey, Nelson. Yeah, let's come back.
And if anybody could shoot to Antarctica quick,
just pop over.
Draw straws. I'm rooting for Franco.
And we've got Fred's in. Hey, Fred. And
What's
I thought you didn't like gambling, Deej.
Yeah, well, I'm not the one gambling.
Hey, man, you've got your money on Franco.
Yeah, well, actually, I was rooting for him. That's the difference. Okay. It's like I didn't bet on him. I didn't put any money down.
I don't even know the guy.
I don't even know him.
Yeah, C Big's in as well. Hey, C Big, how you doing, buddy? And we know Eric Ridgely's in, him of the famous grandfather and Caddyshack. So hey Eric. And who else have we got? Oh, Elahu Diaz is in as well. Want to start this?
Yep.
So good to see you. And who else do we have? Johnny Speaks is in. Saying hi, friends.
Johnny Speakers. Yeah.
Hey, buddy. And then Jordan as well. I think I said hi. I think I said Jordan was in.
Speakers, another one that messaged me excited about the K. Got quite a few messages about that. Strato, that's Kaleidoscape Strato K that we talked about with Andre last Thursday. It was the Takeover Tuesday today. Nelson in the chat. This to me, this is exactly why I was excited. As I said, it's not about the Kaleidoscape. It's not about that. It's like Nelson saying, he's like, I thought when I purchased the Kaleidoscape V, I was done, end game. But now it's the K. And it's like, and what's interesting about it's not, like I said with Andre, it's not the Kaleidoscape. That's not what's exciting to me. It's a new format. We all thought we were done. Everybody thought they were done. And I don't like if you're new into home theater or this is where it's going. I haven't had anybody push back on me yet, and I can't wait for it. Because is there an opportunity here that it could just fizzle out? I guess. But when has something come out that was absolutely better? You can debate on how much better. Absolutely. You can debate that. But you can't debate that it is better, right? You're getting a better image. When does that not work? right? Like, when does it not eventually filter down to people? And that's why I keep saying it's like, I know it's like, oh boy, we're talking high end. Well, that's where the stuff starts, and then it comes down years and years later. So it's like, here's a new format. It's like when they came out with, DVD was a sideward step, but it was big for home theater because it got basically Laserdisc to the masses. And then you had HD DVD and Blu-ray. That was a big deal. And then 4K. And now here we are with this. It's, Kaleidoscape's calling it 4K cinema. Somebody outside of Kaleidoscape is going to come out with and call it something different. I don't think it'll be a format war because it'll be, Kaleidoscape's is proprietary, but somebody will come out with a version like that. So it's going to be interesting. But
yeah, man, there's moves afoot. But again, so we don't get another email. I don't obviously mind. The thing is about, it's a broad church again. You don't have to have it. You don't need it necessarily.
No.
It's a case of, love what you like and like what you love. Yep. That's the way to be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh God. What else was there? Anything else?
No, I think we're pretty much all there. Again, to remind those listening in the audio only part on Friday, there was a
little chat,
a whole bit, yes, indeed, on the YouTube channel before we start, where we talked about some interesting questions and some interesting movies. So if you are audio only, go to the YouTube channel and see what you've missed. Yeah, it's worth it. And then let us know. I mean, that's the other thing, of course. Let us know what your views are, because if you are audio only and you don't tune in via YouTube, you can let us know via either Twitter or via the email address, and let us know what you would have come up with.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are talks behind the scenes for the audio only people to give a little bit more. I mean, Takeover Tuesdays are audio only typically. So there is a balance. There should be a balance there. I'm just not in the position right now to be doing 2 shows a week. But there is, talk between me, Steve, and our producers, behind the scenes,
our media team, of adding something to the audio only to get the YouTube family to go pop in and see what they missed out on. So back and forth, it's kind of fun. We're having fun with it. So, but yeah. So, all right. What else? Is that you ready to get to our? I think it's time we dip our toes into our experiences of the week.
Oh yeah. Here we go. You ready? It's like, actually, you know what? I am going to open first because I've had this for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Cool.
So this is one that I just been. When I saw that it was coming out, when I saw that, what?
Oh, he's good.
What happened? Oh yeah, Mike. So, but yeah. All right. Let me bring it up to this. Let me get the right push play. There we go.
Mike, you may be psychic.
Well, I think you put it in, said that when you put it out. So we're talking, this is, 1996?
It is.
I think.
Yeah. It is.
The action thriller, the Stone Cold classic from Charles Russell. Not really a name I remember. Arnold Schwarzenegger, James Caan, and the immortal Vanessa Williams.
She saved the best till last.
Yeah. Eraser. This is one of those movies that when I saw it was getting, 4K, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, I was like, I forgot about that movie. I was like, it's one of the many, many Schwarzenegger movies that are out there that you're like, oh my God, I forgot about this movie. And I couldn't wait. I was like, I downloaded it, couldn't wait to watch it. And then when you said you were excited about it, I was like, because I could see watching the movie, I could see you going either way with it. Right. I could be like, oh my God, that's like that. Like I'm like me with horror, right? Like you could be like, oh, okay. Yeah. Oh my God. Like I literally could see me pulling this up and you going, oh, DJ.
Oh no, man. No. You had me at railguns.
Yeah. Well, but see, did you remember that going in before the movie started? But did you remember that and know you were going to get the experience you got?
I did. If I had known I was going to get the experience that I got. But it's always this movie is, I saw it in theaters.
Yeah, me too.
I've had the DVD, I had the Blu-ray, and I've
the
seen
laser
it
disc.
many times. Well, honestly, I know this film front, back, and sideways. So no one was more surprised to me when you, because you had this like in your queue for a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks maybe.
Yeah,
and
I watched
it came out here last Monday, not yesterday, the week before.
Yeah.
And so go on. Sorry.
No. Go. You go.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
doing
So,
something. I'm trying a new feature here.
When I saw this was dropping, I mean, I was like, wow. I'd almost forgotten it in as much as that they would get round to it. I mean, of course, it should do because it's Warner's, and they know how to make a decent, movie, decent disc. And so I just had forgotten. So when it dropped, I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
I really like this movie. I mean, don't get me wrong; it's got its faults, as most Schwarzeneggers do. They do. There are some errors in some of them, but it's so much fun. And this is another one of those movies where, as good as it has been in the past, and I've always liked it, this is a new way of experiencing this movie. It is like, again, I go back to those DTS posters that I had on my old theater room. Hear it for the first time, every time.
Yeah.
This is a new way of seeing Eraser.
Oh yeah.
So I love the movie. There was nothing new in the film for me. I knew what was coming with the rail guns and everything else.
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared for how I was going to see and hear this movie.
Yes. It was so funny because you texted me in the middle of it. You're like, the rail guns. As soon as you said you were going to watch it, I was like, I didn't want to say anything to you. I was like, when I saw it, this movie was made back in 1996. Somebody was like, we got to put a weapon in like, all right, so in 20 years or in 10 years, actually 20 years, 26 roughly, right? Where they're going to have this thing called HDR. We got to come out with a weapon that's going to really flaunt the HDR. Yeah. And I was like, when you see those railguns, you're like, are you kidding me? They just look, every single scene with them, they look absolutely amazing. It's
of course, you had me at railguns. That'll stick with me forever.
Yeah.
It should be put on a t-shirt. You had me at railguns.
Yeah.
Mike's like, I'd buy one. There we go. We've done it.
Business. We're doing that. Had me at railguns.
But it's just absolutely bananas. I mean, that's the thing I think of. There's two things I think of when I think of Eraser. One are those railguns, and especially the popping up from through the floor with two of them. Because when you see Arnold Schwarzenegger do that, you're just like, oh, and then when he just lets fly with them, that's what I think of. And then also, of course, as Jordan properly says in there, that your luggage thing as well is good. I mean, that's just one of those lines. It's
the movie's filled with them. Cheesy as all get out, right? They're all like, your luggage. It's like, and he took it. Commando had them. Like, what happened to I let him go. Yeah.
What's the Commando reference in this, by the way?
There was
Did
one.
you spot it? Oh, yes.
Probably.
Anyone in the chat?
I saw it a couple weeks ago.
Reference? There is a line. Yeah, there is a line in this that is represented in this film.
What is it?
On his back, when he's delivering the balloons, what's written on the back of his jacket? Let's party. And what he says in Commando is, hey, Bennett, let's party.
Yeah. He also says, let off a little steam.
The Commando's a whole other. Takeover Tuesday, Deej. Commando will be there forever. Right? That film I can talk about until the cows come home. I love that movie. That film's great.
Fun.
So, yeah. Remember, Sully, when I promised to kill you last?
Yeah.
I lied. Oh.
Yeah.
How many times in the playground? We got completely off topic, but who cares? How many times in the playground when you were kids did we talk about whether he was genuinely holding that guy by one leg or not? Or whether
I wasn't on a playground when that movie came out. I don't think.
Oh, cool. Well, 84. Yeah. All right, okay.
Oh, no. Commando was 84?
Oh, was it 85? Might have been 85. I'll find out.
I thought it was later than that.
No, it's 84 or 85. 85.
Yeah, 85. So I was 15. Yeah. But yeah, we probably, I didn't question if he held him. He was the smallest guy in the movie. So I could totally see Schwarzenegger holding him out with one arm.
No, man.
I could see them being like, yeah, we gotta we'll CGI it out, not CGI, but we'll hold him there. And it's like Schwarzenegger, don't worry about it.
I got him. There was always talk about whether there was a wire or not. we talked about it endlessly
Yeah.
as kids about, there's no way he's holding him, and people go, oh yeah, it is, yeah, because that's what they did. And the other thing was about whether or not there was talk at one point that he did the stunt of falling off the plane. And he did that. It's like, you get lost. There's no way he did that.
Landing in the marsh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just never mind the distance of the fall, the speed you're going in the direction. It's like,
yeah. I know, quite. But sorry, Commando Man. That is a Takeover Tuesday, Deej. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'll talk about that forever. Anyway, so this, but there is a Commando reference. The Let's Party is a clear Commando reference. There's no question about that. But the film is fantastic. James Caan, by the way, is in it because he and Schwarzenegger were very close friends at the time, and he just agreed to do it as a favor. I mean, it's just do you mind coming along for?
Oh, really?
Days? Oh, yeah. It was. They were great friends, and he was just like, do me a favor. And that's how I've heard him talk about it before. That's how he got involved. And then obviously Vanessa Williams. Was she not Miss USA?
Yeah, she was the one that. She was Miss USA, and then they took it away from her. Because she did the Playboy.
She did
spread.
okay. Well,
yeah, I think she did the Playboy.
More ways than one. No,
like
let's not go there.
Well, that's what they called it. They called it, yeah. But yeah, so she did that. So she was and I think this came after that, actually.
Yeah. But it's so good. I mean, if anyone hasn't seen this, then
Colburn's awesome too.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
that small role, just that. I don't know if that brought credibility to the movie or what, but it felt like a little bit of like, you're like, oh, he's in this.
Classing up
be like,
joint.
Kind of like if you could have put Charlton Heston in the same role and been like, okay, not that Colburn's Heston, but he's close. It's like you're like, I mean, James Colburn's awesome, and having him in this, it was like, I remember the first time I saw it. Not to give it away, sorry, this is 40 years old, I think. I was afraid he was going to be in on it. Like be one of the bad guys and be like, but
well, he normally would have been, that would have been the turncoat thing. But of course, you get the other guy. Oh God, what's his name? The chap, he's an Irish actor. No, the guy who does off himself, who's been in loads of movies. He was in LA Confidential. He's the bad guy in LA Confidential as well. Oh man, what's his name? Oh, that's really annoying. I can't think what his name is. He's been in so many movies. I've got to look it up. I'll know him as soon as I see his bloody name. Anyway, he's really good in it as well. Right, who was it? James Cromwell? There he is. He's
Cromwell.
Turns up in he's great in this. He's been in so many movies. So he's really good in this as well. But I just think this is a forgotten masterpiece, but a forgotten excellent action movie. But as I say, whatever you might have thought of it before, people. There's a lot of love for it in the chat. Whatever you thought of it before, you ain't seen it yet. You haven't heard it yet until you get the 4K disc or on the K.
Or the V, because it is in Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. Yeah. So you're getting all that. It is. I mean, I would. All right, let's get into the nitty gritty of the home theater part of it. I'd say the picture was very good. I wouldn't say it's like the best, restoration I've seen, but I think some of the softness that you might get, the little bit of grain you get, it really helps the special effects hold up. Yeah. Like it's not super detailed, but there's a lot of detail. It looks really, the black levels are fantastic because if you didn't have that railgun, it's just not as good. That railgun would not look as good if you shot that like the way they shot like the Batman, with your muted blacks and stuff. This is just phenomenal. I mean, when you get all the interior stuff, so the locked off interior stuff in the offices and that kind of thing, that all looks phenomenal. Just when you get if you're watching it and you're not swept up in the story, just look at the wrinkles on Schwarzenegger's forehead and in his face, and just you could and indeed the blue of Vanessa Williams's eyes. Just look at the texture of the clothing and the suits, the distressed jacket that Schwarzenegger wears, like he's got a long jacket. So when you are in interior and the camera's, as I said, locked off, the detail just shines and it's beautifully colorful. Again, look at I think Vanessa Williams has got like a red top, like an orange sort of top on at one point, and you can see all the stitching and the marks in that and the colors of it leap off the screen. I'll put it this way. I think I agree with you. I wouldn't call this reference 4K video, but I can't imagine
this movie looking better than it does on disc. You know, I mean, I know the Blu-ray very, very well. I've seen it loads of times. This is it leaps and bounds above the 1080p old Blu-ray. You know, the 4K disc on this is a very different proposition. So if you've seen it before and you liked it, again, you haven't seen it until you've seen it in 4K. You just haven't. You know, it's a different experience entirely. And again, I mean, and that's the video, but better than that, we get the audio. And in Dolby Atmos as well. So thank you, Warners. And this is not, and you and I texted about this. I think this is to my ears, and again, I know this movie well. This is more of a Twister job than a push button Atmos job. Someone, for better or worse, because you know its worthiness is debatable, I suppose, as a movie. But someone loved this, and someone decided, I'm going to give this the love it deserves. Someone has spent some time on this, and it's easy, I think, for people to forget. This movie has numerous demo sequences.
Yeah.
I mean, the plane crash, you know, the whole plane sequence is bananas.
Yeah.
Bass, sweep, pans, so you know, full surround. You know, the plane crash sequence is phenomenal. It's ridiculous, but it's phenomenal. Then if you get the earlier sequence in the house, so there you get the what I like about that is you get subtlety and careful placement in the sound field because you hear the railgun before you even know what it is. And that's off to the left. And I mean, I always remember that sound effect anyway. But this one, it's placed in the sound field exactly where it should be. You then get the little hiss of the burning. I don't know if you caught that. You can hear the effect of it. You can hear it going as it's singeing. And you get then the dogs barking off in the background. You get the kind of the subtlety of it initially. And then you get the sound and the fury. So with the nail bomb thing just goes all around the room. And of course, the railguns. Describe the railguns, if you would, Deej, at that particular bit. What do they do?
What do the railguns do?
Yeah, that boy. Yeah, the sound. I mean, what in terms of in the room?
They fill the room. They fill the room, but it's like the way they utilize that gun, like a bullet goes whizzes by, and like a bullet, you hear the gunshot, and then you hear where it lands. Right? There's no in between. And the railguns, it's like light makes a noise, I guess. I know it's the movies, but it goes like you get that, and like, I'm doing it like with my hands, like because it's like a big.
What are you doing with your hands?
Like I'm showing you, like it's a giant sub sandwich going through the air, but that's the way it goes, and you get the front of it and the back, like a tractor trailer driving by, right? But it's the railgun sound. So like again, like we said before, like the sound, the picture is, this was designed for, HDR, but then the way they utilize this sound, there's no way, like you said, they had to redo this. There's no way this can be off of the master. Like that's what they did. They were like, oh, we could do this back, because I don't, even the in theater experience back in 95, 96 wasn't what we have at home now, as smooth with the Atmos and utilizing, putting sound where it's just, it's so good.
I mean, and they use the railguns in different ways.
A little bit of CGI here. I'm looking at that. You said the plane sequence, so I brought up the scene behind us.
Little
CGI there.
Crazy. Yeah, oh man, yeah. I mean, it is silly, but boy,
it is wicked silly. But okay.
Yeah, but then so in the house when the railguns first come, so they'll come in front left as you're looking at the screen, and then the sound travels along the left wall. So it goes from the front left speakers right across to rear left and left surround, and it goes right round. And then the trail of smoke that they leave, which again makes no sense, because what's the propulsion leaving smoke in a light gun? Anyway. So that comes right down the wall, and it does it twice initially. And then, of course, they start firing them, and it's going absolutely everywhere. It's used so well, and the bass kick when they do it too, which again makes no sense.
Great bass
is really, really good. I was over the moon with this. This is one of my favorite, Warner's remasters. We're getting them a couple of times a year. Really, really good Warner's remastered discs. This is phenomenal. So if you've seen it, you haven't seen it. If you've heard it, you haven't heard it. If you've never seen it, then this is the way to go get it. You've got absolutely pick it up. Pick it up.
Sorry,
no brainer
for the show, and you don't. This is why you listen to the show. Movies like this. This is why we like. It's like because it is. It's not like Gone with the Wind, Lawrence of Arabia. It's not that type of. This is. This is why. Transformers is better than Godfather. This is why Eraser is better than Gone with the Wind. It's like these are the movies that you want to have in your collection. So you just like, watch my room go boom.
But you're right. And also we should support these because these are the movies most people had forgotten that Warner's have decided. So, I mean, I'd love to know who it is, by the way. There is someone in Warner's, whatever studio, in every studio. There is someone in every studio who, when it comes to back catalog, spends their days going, what about that one? What about that one? What about that? Someone somewhere's doing it. Awesome that it is. And so someone somewhere has gone, what about Eraser? Yeah. And then gone, and we're not going to just kick this out the door with a bog standard HDR 4K pass and with DTS HD Master Audio 5.1. Oh, no. We're going to go back. We're going to color time this. We're going to do a proper HDR pass. We're going to remaster this carefully. I don't know if it's 4K original camera negative, but it could be by the way it looks. And then someone saying that, and we're going to really master the audio properly. We're going to give it a proper, Atmos. So we should be supporting these kinds of discs and supporting that person at whatever studio that says, yeah, let's do something special with this. And for that and that reason alone, we exist to tell people, go get it and enjoy it because, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's my view. I mean, I think we should, because otherwise, they're not going to give us this stuff if we don't buy it.
Right.
And if we, and so, I just think we owe it to them, frankly.
As small as this community is, and we think it is, it's a market and it's a money-making market because they're doing all the work. And it's like when we talk to people outside of this community, which is most of the population, it feels like we're so tiny, right? And there's nothing there, but it's like, it is. It's because it's like I go back to the Ron Howard quote in Apollo 13, and it's like they're doing all this for us, like Eraser's being done for us, like all of that work, because it's not being done for the people that are just going to throw it up on their laptop and watch it later, or that people that have never heard of the movie and just going to watch it some night, because it scrolled by on their TV. This is all this effort and everything, and the money that they spent is all for us. And there is a market there. And that's why it's like, we're paying for it one way or the other. We're paying for it. Now, if the community gets smaller, the prices are going to get higher because it still costs the same money for them to produce this stuff and reproduce this stuff. So there's only so much you can do as an individual. You can't, you can try and go out and buy 8 copies of each movie that you really like. I've done my part on many movies, one in particular. But you can only do so much, right? And you hope there's others just like us doing it. And that's all you can do. And so you can't change other people's minds, but they're trying to change people's minds and be like, you need more of a system than just your TV speakers to enjoy this stuff. And hopefully it coaxes a few people in here and there. So, but yeah,
wouldn't it be awesome to sit down and talk to someone that makes these decisions? What a fascinating discussion that would be.
Yeah, exactly. John could probably help us with that.
It'd be really interesting.
Because really my question is how big is the market? How big, how do they manage this stuff? It's like, who does do that? I haven't watched the show in a while or listened to a show. What's that? Mike just ordered it. There we go. Where is that? There we go.
What a Mike, good man.
Mike in the chat saying he just ordered it. The Serial at Midnight podcast. He talks about that stuff a lot. And like, I remember back when I was listening to him more frequently, and he would have people on that literally was like, oh yeah, when we produce a movie, reproduce a movie, whether it would be somebody from Arrow or Shout or something like that. It's like they got into the like how they decide that stuff. So there's a podcast that does do that. So it is pretty cool.
So those are your kind of your boutique labels, your kind of that sort of thing. But a lot of that will be wrapped up in licensing and everything else. I'd like to talk to the guy at Warner's, the guy at Fox, Disney, that decides these are the back cat things we're going to go. And by the way, Bill Hunt at the Digital Bits was suggesting that Dances with Wolves 4K is coming. He's heard from his sources at Disney. So
there's another one. I can't believe it hadn't been done. I thought it had been done already.
No,
I'll be honest with you.
Oh my God.
Well, that should have been done a long time ago.
One for me. That's the one I'm most looking forward to. That's not out yet. But I would love to sit down with someone like that and just go, take me through it. Where are you working through a list somewhere? Are you just kind of going through it, or you sat around and it pops into your head and you think, you know what, I haven't seen that for a while. And then who decides how much money you're going to throw at the release? Is it based on previous box office? Is it based on previous home video sales? Is it based on a perceived? Do they do focus groups on this stuff? Like, I'd love to know how you select it. I'm sure it's not like a lottery pull. Oh, Eraser, that'll do. Someone somewhere is genuinely sat thinking about why. What could we do? What money are we going to spend on it? And how are we going to deliver this? What are we going to give them to make them want to buy this again? I would honestly, that would be a conversation for the ages. I'd love to know. I mean, I'm sure it's probably all private anyway. They'd probably tell me to get knotted, but I'd be so interested to talk to someone about that and just go, tell me everything. How do we go from sat in a boardroom going, oh, that movie, Joe, I haven't seen that for a while, to the replication of the discs? Tell me every single decision in the middle. I want to know it all.
And like I said, like listening to Serial at Midnight, that and the stuff that they go through, it's like they factor in how much it's going to take to reproduce this, what they think how many they're going to have to sell, what is it going to be like, what was the popularity of the movie in the first place, will the resurgence, what could be tied to it coming in the future, right? So there's so many factors that go into this stuff that we just like, I just want this now. Like when we were talking Tombstone, I thought for sure the anniversary coming up, it could get tied to that or something like that. And these are all like, what time of year does it get released? Who is it for? It's like, it's all like, obviously it's a business, but but what's interesting to me is, like I said, it's like, we just feel like such a small community, but this is big business, right? This is really big business, because like there's very, very expensive high-end versions of what we're talking about, and all the way down to the guy that's like, or person, I should say, but it's like, just like, I want more speakers on my TV right now, but in what they're asking the questions, and they're expanding what they can do. And so it is a huge market for this that it's not the biggest market in the world, but it's really, really, it is interesting to think.
Yeah. I mean, we do know someone who is heavily involved in this stuff. And I mean, it's not he said as much on the podcast, but he is of the view, and, that regular listeners will know who I'm talking about. I won't name him necessarily because, he may not want me to. But who is saying that there is money being made here, that actually this is the numbers might be reducing, but in terms of physical units being sold, but in terms of the income, the money being generated, that's increasing.
Right.
So, and he's pretty bullish about physical media, more so than a lot of other people are. So, but like I said, I honestly, I'd love to know about the business decisions. I mean, of course, it wrapped up in all that isn't just, I'm sure that someone at Warner's can't just go, Eraser, that'll do, because there will be contracts to look at. There's probably a contract that says Schwarzenegger gets a bit of the back end of these. There will be directors that have to have the say-so. There'll be, all kinds of stuff must have to be looked at. But I find that fascinating as well. I mean, I'm sure you can't, you couldn't, like Miramax can't just go, let's just release another Kill Bill. That'll be all right. We'll just do another one. That's okay. We'll just release that again. I mean, Tarantino must have to sign off on that. he must have to agree to that.
Depends on the contract, I guess.
Well,
I would imagine.
He's not
but
over,
he's the
is he?
type of he's the type that he would have been, very very much on top of that right when he started out,
Yeah.
And it's
I'm fascinated by it. I really am.
Isn't it? Yeah, it is. And there's answers to these questions that we have, like talking to Andre last week and talking about Kaleidoscape in Europe. I don't know if you heard that, Steve. Did you hear that part of the show?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
He said, somebody in the chat asked, I think it was Dom, and he was like, he goes, if you can get this if we could get this in Europe, day one, I'd talk to he said something like, I'd talk to the wife and I'd have it day one, right? And Andre had an answer I didn't even consider, and I think most people don't, but it's like, it is about licensing, but the hard part is that, like we were saying earlier about soccer and everything and being in all the different places, you have every country over there has somebody that has the rights to the licensing of all these, and you have to go. And I said in the show, I go, feels like you should have like a collaboration or like some kind of like universal, and then it would take care of Europe, like the European market. And he's like, yeah, that sounds good to you and me, but it doesn't sound good to the guys, whoever has the licensing in each of those countries, because then they would lose that money. And it's like, he goes, and we have to go through all of those, and where the countries are so tight, how do you keep the proprietary part of it? And it's because that's what the studios are so afraid of, and rightfully so. They don't want people being able to copy this stuff. They don't want it. That's how they got in trouble in the first place. And the fact that they're still working with them. And it's like, these are all things that now, yes, we're talking Kaleidoscape just as an example, but these are all things for every disc that comes out is talked about. That's why you have region codes. You have it's crazy. It's like, I just want this at home. Yep. Well, there's a legal battle long before we get it.
But then imagine also all of that. So there's all that. And then imagine it in all these different languages.
Yeah. Exactly. It's
crazy. But it is fascinating. I'm fascinated by that entire part of the industry. I'd love to know. That's one you could just, as I said, talk to someone like that all day. I might speak to John about that. See if he can put us in touch with someone that might, because you don't often see these people being interviewed. You'll get a producer and a director and an actor, and they pop up all the time. But the people you don't hear a lot from home video people anymore. At one point they were quite well known. We don't hear that so much now. It would be fascinating to talk to someone about it, but all right, we'll see. Put a pin in that one.
I just checked, we are still just in
132
countries. No added. That would have been
God
fun.
damn it. Come on, guys.
Yep. So well. Well.
All right. Okay, so Eraser must buy. Must buy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. We will where are we going here? There we go. Boom. All right.
Okay. So here we go.
Take our excitement from that and transfer it to, hey, it's not as exciting, but I got to admit, it's more than I expected. More than meets the eye. Not to go all Godfather.
Well, yep. This is one where lowered expectations is what helped you.
Oh man, I know we do a whole thing before the show, so for the video only people, but if you're listening to the audio only podcast, go to roughly about an hour and an hour in, if you can, or an hour. No, it's because this is a video, an hour and 18 and 50 seconds. Back at 40 seconds, and see Steve's face when I said Godfather, because he was on a roll and he just looked at me like, what?
No, man, I'm used to it by now.
Oh, I know, but it stumped you for a second there.
No, man, I get it. That's fine. But okay, yes. So
right,
this is one where lowered expectations makes everything. Yes, go on, hit me with it.
Here we go.
All righty. So, ladies and gentlemen, last week, previously on the Brightside Home Theater podcast. So last week we talked about Lee Cronen's The Mummy. Boy, did we talk about Lee Cronen's The Mummy. And so that, I think now, though, it was interesting because, of course, Shane dropped into that discussion, Shane Lee, and he had did not think much of The Mummy, Lee Cronen's The Mummy. Didn't think a lot of that. But we both enjoyed it. And I think we all agreed the home theater experience was very good. Yeah. Now, that sparked a conversation then between all three of us, I think, in terms of kind of that. And I know Shane and I were talking about then, obviously, the Tom Cruise The Mummy. And so from 2017. And so there we go. What happened then is all three of us have then gone off and watched Tom Cruise's The Mummy so that we don't get confused. As I say, from 2017. And Shane sent me a picture of him in his theater watching it. I then watched it, and I think you then watched it as well. So we now, and this was your first watch then, Deej?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I said that last week. I was like, is this worth it? And you were like, not really, but okay.
Okay. Well, what did you think of the movie?
Better than advertised. Better than expected, I should say. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. It's like, I mean, it's not great as far as mummy movies go, or as far as movies go, I should say. It's not great, but it was entertaining, I should say. You know, and I don't know what you had for features on mine. On Kaleidoscape, it was only DTS Master Audio 5.1 and HDR. It was 4K HDR, not Dolby Vision. Yeah, I think you might have the Atmos. You might have the Atmos on that.
I
didn't.
I'm 99.
I wasn't gonna. It wasn't that great. Like what everybody was saying. It's not like a phenomenal movie, and I wasn't gonna track down the disc and all that. I'm like, just this is easier and to be fair, it's like I've done the ABs. I'm sure the Atmos is a little bit better, but probably not for me to be worth it to be like, all right, because I thought it was a really good. I honestly did. I didn't know it wasn't Atmos. I thought it was pretty good. It was really good.
Well, in terms of the movie, I mean, I haven't seen this since about 2017, right? So again, I said last week, we did touch on this. So and this begins, by the way, a little mini Mummy season. Okay, so tune in next week for more Mummy. But this one. So
we're gonna have a daddy season soon. So
who's the daddy?
Yeah.
So we will have to watch Daddy's Home and Daddy's Home 2. Oh no. Let's not subject ourselves to that.
Here we go.
Yeah. So I saw this in theaters. I didn't think a lot of it. Spent the time thinking about displays rather than the movie. Bought the movie when it then came out on disc, and I watched it once in 4K and remember thinking, yeah, it's okay, but didn't, it kind of came and went. There was a lot of cool stuff out around that time. And of course, 4K was new to me at that point at home in 2017. So I was kind of devouring all this other stuff and didn't perhaps pay this its mind. So I then sat down to rewatch it. And so the movie is still, it was a little better than I remember it as well. I think this is a movie of two halves. And I think the first half is actually quite enjoyable because you've got Cruise being Cruise and he's trying to be kind of a lovable rogue and he's trying to have some fun with it. And I actually think the first half is snappy, quite fun, quite enjoyable. Then you get to the second half, sort of from the plane crash onwards. And I think after that, it just falls apart for me. And I think it's just stupid and doesn't hold together. It doesn't make any kind of sense. And for me, the movie absolutely fell apart in the second half. And it did this time as it did in the past. But I was entertained. I was never bored.
Yeah.
I was never looking at my watch. I was never kind of thinking, oh, is there something else I can do? I was entertained enough to finish it. And it wasn't hard work finishing it. I think, and I'm not sure. I also think this movie shows the editing and the production problems that they had because Cruise locked the director out of this, and he finished the film himself with, I think it might have been with Chris McQuarrie, although he's not credited because he brings him in whenever he's got a problem. And so I think it does show the editing joins because this is why it doesn't make any sense. Yeah. This is why has he been, how is it that he's been covered over? How is the mummy controlling other things? None of that holds together. And it's because I think that the editing joins don't always match up, but it is entertaining in its way. Van Gogh says, what did you think of Russell Crowe? He was a Cruise friend. So
I liked him.
As a bit of a favor.
See, I liked him. I liked the role. I liked the character. I liked everything.
Character, yes.
I liked how they added that in, because the other thing is you have to remember that this was supposed to be to jumpstart an entire franchise.
Yeah.
And what I really liked about this was that it did for me. I'm disappointed that they didn't do more.
Really?
Yeah, because I thought it was, it's not, it's a mummy movie, right? The things I don't like about it, and the things that this movie to me, out of the 3 that I've now watched, and we'll do the last one next week, this one here is got the one thing, it got a little bit of what I want in movies like this, and I've kind of nailed it down on what I don't like, and like what bothers me, I should say. Kind of like you have your thing with Spain and everything. Not the country. I don't want to drop to 131.
Love the country.
We love the country. But there is some, and I'll save that for next week, because it's so evident in that one that really it kind of bothers me. This one doesn't have it as much. And I thought, Russell Crowe in this, I thought the character was good. I thought, I just thought it was fun. There wasn't anything about it that I didn't like about it per se. Put it this way, I wasn't offended when he was in what was it, Thor: Love and Thunder. I wasn't offended with his role there, and I can recognize that wasn't very good. This was way better than that.
Well, it's not as broad as Love and Thunder, and not as I think, just my personal opinion, not as overtly racist either as Thor: Love and Thunder. And I think the world has come around to that. I subscribe to that from minute one. But the world seems to have come around to that now. He's doing an accent. He's doing 2 accents, but Russell Crowe's doing an accent in this that isn't particular to a race. It's to a local, an area of London. He's doing a Cockney accent for Mr. Hyde, or trying to anyway, and that's fine. But whereas in Love and Thunder, he's trying to do a nationalistic accent, which shouldn't have been done anyway. But so I think he's okay in this, but I don't really buy him as this kind of mercurial. Again, funny enough, Jordan says in the chat, like a Nick Fury. I don't really buy him as that in this. I think personally. But it's not offensive.
But he could have been. I think that was the idea. Yeah. It felt like it could have been. Or he could have been a bit character, and then they come up with a bigger one. And the bigger one could have been like Dracula or something. You know what I mean? Like a bigger, more lasting character, which would definitely have been, that one literally stands the test of time, right? So could have been around.
For the memory.
Yeah. So, I think... It wasn't received well, but I thought I could see where they were going, the idea of it, and a little disappointed it didn't work out. I think it would have been a fun franchise.
Well, and yet because this failed, we get their Lee Winnell's Invisible Man. Mm-hmm. We get Lee Winnell's Wolfman. We get, those Lee Cronin's The Mummy. We get these because this failed. And I appreciate you and I can, we love the home theater of Wolfman, even if the movie's a bit silly, but The Invisible Man is a bona fide 100% 24 karat gold masterpiece. And we don't get that if this is a success, because The Invisible Man had been cast. Wasn't it Johnny Depp had been cast in The Invisible Man, or was that Javier Bardem? One of them had been cast as The Invisible Man. Yeah. And so then you get a blockbuster pulpy version of it, not the excellence of Lee Winnell's version. So anyway.
But you could have had both, because Lee Winnell's version. Are you sure? Because that's a take on the Invisible Man's story, but it's not the Invisible Man. Mm-hmm. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's not like it's a like a new, I don't know, iteration is the word, but it's a different take on it, giving a different meaning to it. That is something that, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think The Invisible Man is the Lee Winnell version is a direct answer to this film. It's a direct response to it, which is you don't want pulpy, knockabout, blockbuster versions of this. You want something done real, and we'll show you what that looks like. And I think we don't go in that direction. Universal do not go trotting off in Lee Winnell's direction if this succeeds. this succeeds, we get the Invisible Man, Invisible Man 2, Invisible Man 3, Bride of Invisible Man. You know,
but
we
that's
don't
more
get
character base of the Invisible
Yeah.
Man, where was Lee Winnell's Invisible Man, that could have been called that. You could make that same movie and call it something else.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have done.
But
What are you going to call it? The slightly transparent man.
Yeah, but it's you know what I mean though. It's not.
I do.
It's not the technical Invisible Man story. That's telling two stories at once, and they did a great. You know, Lee Winnell did a great job of that. But it's not. It's not the same genre as this. What would have been this Invisible Man.
Yeah.
To me, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But I mean, look, could Universal have run them both side by side, done a DCU? You can have a Schneider's Batman, and you can have the Batman, but I doubt that. Universal aren't known for doing that. You know, they go in one direction, and if it works, then yay, and if it doesn't, they go another direction. Yeah. And I think it's a clear response to this. You know, the night and day different movie, tonally different movies. But anyway, so that's supposition. We don't know. Anyway, home theater experience of this then, Deej.
Well, like I said, I really enjoyed it. I thought this entire movie was very entertaining. I thought the picture was very good for what it was.
It's glossy, isn't it? Very glossy.
Yeah. And I think, again, getting back to like we said before, I think that's more for the special effects. They're doing things to mask what they're doing with the special effects, to help blend them to the, as the presentation. But I thought and again, I didn't have an Atmos track on this, but most of the time I was like, I thought it was, because I'm up mixing, and I thought, the bass was really good. The movement around the room was really good. I wouldn't say like, what was it? The other mummy we watched last week was like Lee
Cronin's The Mummy.
Cronin's, and I said how like the sand was like, oh my god, I felt like I didn't feel that necessarily, but it was a lot of fun. I thought I can't say I'm like, oh, you got to rush out, and it's not a racer, that's for sure. It's like I wouldn't say that, but
no.
Yeah,
but there are some really interesting things in it. I completely agree with you with the picture. It struck me as very, very polished. Very, very glossy. This was spent a lot of money on the video. This would have been shot at, 8K or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then because it was very glossy, a lot of sheen on everything.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Cruz's hair was a little bit too.
Yeah, quite. Yeah.
You're like,
yeah, true.
You're like,
it's all very, very glossy, very, very Hollywood, I would say. And, big budget Hollywood. And I think it really stands out. So I think, but picture quality, yeah, great. Detail in the black levels, colorful, yeah, fine. The audio though is and did take me a bit by surprise. Now, I've been thinking for a while, I haven't really discussed it with you, but I've been thinking for a while about going back to, because on my my movies app, when I put the movies in, of course, it logs the date that they were added. Yeah. So I can go back and see the first ones I bought, first ones I added. And I must admit, I am tempted each week or so to go back to 2017 and each month, one a month, pick a movie from each month from 2017 moving forward, just to compare the Atmos mixes from back when 4K first hit to now, and see if they still hold up. I've been thinking about that for a while, but haven't got around to it. But this meant we do it because this is one from 2017. Yeah. And I was surprised at how good the Atmos mix is on the disc, in as much as there are a number of very, very cool Atmos effects in particular in this. And of course, Atmos was still quite new when this came out. So, you get Cruise's gun, by the way, which sounds twice as loud as everybody else's gun, which was quite funny and quite blatant. But there is a sequence with an ambulance chase where then the ambulance then comes at the screen and then rolls towards the screen and goes up and over and into the background. And that sounds phenomenal in this. You can track it as it comes closer and closer and closer. It goes up, over your head, into the rear, and then you can follow it going back. And that was a really fun little sequence, and is really nice in Atmos. And then the sort of lab shootout sort of thing at the end as well, where she's breaking the chains and doing all this kind of stuff too. Sounds really good. So the Atmos track took me by surprise a bit. I'd forgotten how good the audio is. It's not reference. It ain't Lucy. If you're choosing, get a razor.
Yeah.
But it's still really solid for a movie and a disc from 9 years ago. I mean, has it really been that long? But it really has. From 9 years ago, it still sounds pretty decent. It was more solid than I expected. So, yeah, I think this is a solid disc. I would say to anyone listening, if you haven't seen it, go in with very low expectations.
Absolutely.
But I think if you can pick it up cheap, and you're bound to, because no one else is buying this at the minute, so if you can pick it up cheaply, you know, it's worth spending some money on this for the home theater experience, if not anything else. But definitely lower your expectations in terms of the movie, I would say. All right. Paul, by the way, is coming up with all sorts of fun puns on Egyptian stuff in the chat. Very good, Paul. There's too many to mention, mate. Very good. But it's so I do. Yeah, I was impressed at the home theater more than I was at the movie. Oh, by the way, because I can't let this go, that shot there, right? So you unwrap a 5,000-year-old sarcophagus.
I was thinking the exact same.
And what do you do?
Thing.
But what's funny is, right? So they transport it by helicopter. They don't cover it. They don't put it on a truck and look after it. They transport it by helicopter. But if you ever watch it again, or anyone that hasn't seen it wants to rewatch it, they land. They put it on a plane, and she says, "Be careful with that. It's 5,000 years old."
Yeah, they just. They just. What was the Mel Gibson movie we watched? Air America did.
Yeah.
Right? They were like, that was who was the actor that did that? Oh, it was Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
They Robert Downey Jr. Air America to him or whatever. But I was thinking the same thing, because the first shot they show of it, right? It's like, it's a wide shot, like from a distance. And I'm like, oh, okay. They look, and then you see that one, it's in the back of the grouping, and it's like flying along from behind. I'm like, all right. So they pulled it out. They couldn't take the time to load, because aren't there vehicles under it too?
Yeah.
It's a caravan of vehicles with the with the air support. It's like, they couldn't have set it down. It's like, seriously, you're gonna that to me, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, that's ridiculous.
Yes.
And I know that's only for the movie. It's like, you're like, nobody in their right mind would just stop. Just go.
Yeah. What archaeological manual is that in terms of transporting ancient antiquities? Oh yeah, by helicopter, be all right.
It's like they get into like their bristles being too strong when they're trying to clean something off. And I'm flying this through the air at 100 miles an hour and be like just swinging away.
Mad. Oh, by the way, there is a nod which I caught this time. Now this would have been the third time I've seen it that I didn't catch the other times. Those, if anyone wants to see it, there is an Easter egg in here, rather a fun one. Watch for what I can't think of her name, whoever the love interest, Cruise's love interest is. Watch what she uses to hit Russell Crowe with. There is a very quick shot. I'll give you a clue. It's a book. And it is a book. If you've seen some of the other movies, you will recognize. It's a very quick shot. I only picked it this time. I missed it the other two times. I saw it this time. Yes, it's a very well-known book is used to hit him with, and she drops it. And there's a very quick, second shot of it. It's a well-known book from one of the other Mummy films. So, yeah, it's very cool.
I feel like I noticed it, too, because it was like... Yeah. They showed it too. They give it a quick shot.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's an Easter egg.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there we go. So I mean, there are better Mummy movies ahead in my view.
Really?
But we should. Oh yeah. In fact, two more. There's not just one more. There's two more.
What's the other one?
Well, you've got the sequel. To
yeah.
The Notorious.
To be fair, I was kind of interested in it. After
you should see it. You should. You should.
I know.
If you haven't seen it,
I know.
You should.
I know. I
mean,
should.
If nothing else, we could talk about the ending. The ending is what everybody talks about. But I like them both. I like them both. So well, I've got three more, I suppose. I mean, I've got the third one in 4K as well. which I haven't actually watched in 4K. So, oh well, we'll see. Let's see how long this Mummy season goes.
Mummy season. It's insane. So,
all righty, right.
All right. So let's pull this down here. And we will go here, and I can go. All right. What we'll pop this one up next.
Yeah.
I saw this in theaters. Yeah. I saw it on Kaleidoscape a while ago, as you did too. It's been in our queue for quite a while. So take it away, Steve.
Okay, so we've done action, we've done sort of horror. Now let's do one for the kiddies. This is
gather around the display, children.
Are you sitting comfortably, children? Then I'll begin.
It's story time.
Once upon a time. The Mummy trailer is playing on the IMDb in my corner of my eye. Right, so this then is Sony Animation Pictures GOAT, which yes, you saw in theaters and you reviewed on the show way back.
Yeah, when it was in theaters.
Yeah. No, well, quite. So you reviewed that, and I had to import this from the US because when I sort of just waited, and then it came out here, but on Blu-ray only. And Jordan had said, "Oh no, it's only Blu-ray and DMs," and I'm like, right, forget that then. Not quite the words I used. I then was like, okay, I'll just order it from Amazon, which I did. So it's the US disc in 4K, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, all the Dolbys. And so when I saw this in Cinema George, and I had your review in the back of my mind, each because I know you'd said you'd enjoyed it and it was a lot of fun, and I'd seen the trailers, and the trailers made it look a lot of fun. And of course, Sony Pictures Animation haven't missed yet. And so I thought, it's Into the Spider-Verse, Cross the Spider-Verse, their movies, Mitchell's and the Machines, all that, all those, their movies are great. And I thought, right, I'm going to enjoy this. So it was my first watch. This was nearly a miss for me.
Really?
Nearly. Yeah, and funny enough, by pure happenstance,
saved itself.
This is a movie about a sport that resembles basketball. It's not, isn't it? It's murder ball, whatever they call it.
Yeah,
but it resembles basketball.
It's an alternate universe, and this is their version of basketball.
Exactly. Yep. So this could have been a sports movie that is about a sport I didn't know anything about. It was
Steve's like, it's not really basketball. It's something like basketball. Steve, the animals are talking. Okay.
True that. Can they not do that? No, right. Okay.
Let's not get hung up on what sport it is. It wasn't shot in Spain, everybody, so that's why we are still talking about it.
As far as we know. So this was for me almost a miss. I did enjoy it.
I can't wait to hear what saved it.
Well, what I found with this was it was just incredibly formulaic, to the point where I'm not used to that. With Sony Pictures, they tend to play around with formula. They tend to mix it up. And I think in this movie, they don't do that. I think this is as A, B, C, D as this story's getting. Now, don't get me wrong, kids film, animated. But I think if anything we've learned from recent movies is just because it's animated, just because it's aimed at kids, doesn't mean adults can't take something from it. But I think this skews very young, is very formulaic, but for some very impressive visuals and some character design and sequences that are at least interesting, I was close to thinking this is a bust. I was close. It's deeply for me, apart from all of the visuals.
Deeply.
Well, and some of that I think feeds into the audio as well, which we'll talk about. I've got some issues with the audio of this.
Oh, really?
Video. Yeah. Well, this is what I want to talk to you about. So, but the video is ludicrously good. And that's what I think kept me going through this, which we'll come on to. But you really enjoyed the movie, didn't you? You enjoyed it way more than I did, I think, from what I remember.
I like the message. I like the idea of it, right? And it's like the message is, I mean, it's literally not, it's not the message that you can be anybody you want to be, or you can be anything you want to be. It's really about, like, have goals. And like we do in home theater, it's like, you have goals, but be ready to pivot. right? And it's funny, bit basketball reference, but be ready to like, okay, like just it doesn't always work out the way you want it to, but make the best of that situation and get ready to go with that. And now that's the best situation. And I thought I thought the overall story of the movie was what the story was, but you're entertained the entire time by this, like you said, this weird sport. It's animals talking. It's animals interacting, all different animals, right? So you had the different skills of all the different animals. So that plays into it. Like, how do we make a giraffe be able to, like, you'd think it would dominate a sport like this, but everybody has attributes that make them special, but it's at the same time, everybody's different, but we're all the same. We all want to play this sport. There's so many different stories here that I think are great for kids. But then when I saw it in theaters, I was blown away by the colors, the surround I thought was really good. And then I felt at home, it translated just as well. Right. And it's like, what did you not like? Like, what was the issue with the audio that you didn't like?
I thought the surround, the audio presence, as in the room, the bubble that we sometimes talk about, is all there. All right. So the placement in the sound field. Yeah. I thought the bass on this was not as deep as I've been used to.
It's funny you say that. It's like there was a couple of scenes in the movie. Now, you hadn't seen it in theaters, so this is your first viewing of it. I saw it in theaters, and then at home, there are a couple of scenes that I was looking forward to that you're right. Now that you say that, and before you even said, I'm like, it's the bass. And I did see it in the movie. Now, it was a few weeks ago we watched this, right?
Yeah.
You know what piece of content this reminded me of? Now that you're saying that about the bass. Do you know?
No, go on.
Okay. It's the Mandalorian episode when those things were dropping, those big cement blocks were I think it was cement blocks, right?
No, it was Andor. Andor.
Andor. I'm sorry, you're right. Andor. And they were landing and they were just boom. Like they would be way louder than that. Like reality would be. I mean, it was columns, wasn't it? Just dropping and hitting the floor. And you knew on first viewing, you're like, that should be louder, right? Well, there were some. Now, there's no woulda, coulda, should. It shouldn't have been. This is a make-believe world, so we don't know. But at the same time, I agree with you. There was some thunder rolls. There was some stuff that could have had some more impact in it. But there's so much going on. I did think that. Literally thought of Andor. I thought it was Mandalorian, but I did think of that scene, and maybe that you would think that. So it's funny you said that.
It was where it kind of. Great. Like because the soundtrack's awesome. Like they did a lot of music that I like in this, but
crowd noise,
a lot of music, but also But whenever there are, I could lose count of the number of discs where there are needle drops of rap music, bassy dance music, whatever it might be, and you're nodding your head along to it, and you can feel it in the floor, and you can feel it in the chair, and that never really happened in this, which was weird because there's some really thumping modern music in this. I might sound old man shouts at cloud, but I do think that there was some music in this that could really have sounded better and more present, and that kind of thing, and it just didn't. And the rationale I came to, which is, and I appreciate this again. This may be very condescending, and apologies if it is. Is what the rationale I came to is, well, maybe this is for young kids, and they don't want the room shaking for young kids. It's like it's too much. But then I'm thinking Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse sounds amazing. I mean, Mitchell's versus the Machines sounds amazing. And again, I mean, even what's last year movie, God,
Mario or something.
No. The Golden. The oh my God, the Korean movie. The Korean thing with the band fighting demons and patterns and all that stuff.
K-pop
Demon Hunters, brilliant.
Demon Hunters.
So same sort of thing. That has awesome bass and deep thumping bass, similar kind of thing. And so I found myself getting distracted by the lack of presence of the bass and the music. And it was, and also I think around the time that I saw this, I'd seen some other animated stuff that had, thanks Jordan, cheers buddy, I appreciate that. Mine just went blank. Where it had been really thumping and proper bass heavy stuff, and then suddenly this comes on and it's like, well, where's that gone? So that was distracting, and didn't help me engage with a very rote, trite story. But like I said, luckily though, the visuals are so colorful, colorful, and so detailed. And the character design is bananas in this. That's what got me through this. Otherwise, I think I might have then struggled with the movie as a whole. I mean, it's on the shelf. I've kept it. It's not going to go into the attic. I don't know how many more times I'd see this. I think only if I would put it this way, if someone comes in and says, I fancy watching an animated movie, this isn't one I'd think about. But if someone comes in and says, I've heard Goat's good, then I'd watch it again. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't pull this off the shelf to recommend it when I've got so many other better examples of this kind of animated movie. But I mean, but I wouldn't go much further than that. There's a reason I haven't spoken about it for the weeks we've had it on there, because each time I sort of think about it, I think, can't really get excited about that, and then it's kind of move on to the next one. Do you know what I mean? It's hard to recommend this one for me. But I acknowledge what you're saying, and I agree that there is a message here, and it's a good message. But I just want more from my animation.
You want more for the adult in it when it's not. To me, it's like potentially not necessarily has to be there, not there. I found it entertaining, and I don't know if it's a pushback, but the one thing I would ask is it really, like, I get your disappointment, but not everything can be great. So is this this suffering more because, one, it's Sony, expectations high? Is it suffering more because it's not up there with the upper echelon, or is this just like, it is a good home theater experience, a really good home theater experience in both audio and video? It's just that, I mean, not everything can be at the top, because if it is, then I'll just be like, okay, that's the top too.
True.
The other thing you mentioned there about the audio, in that I don't like the idea, if they are doing that, whether it be Sony or Disney or anybody, if they're taking bass out to save the children, no, don't do that. That makes me mad, because that's not like, if you're so you're basically saying the parent or the person in charge of the volume is irresponsible and wouldn't like adjust you might have a little kid, so I'm not going to put the bass in this because they're idiots and they're going to listen at reference level and blow out a little baby's eardrums. No, don't do that. It's like, couldn't you just turn it like I watch movies at reference level, but if I'm having my kids in or a little child in, I don't want to scare them away from movies. So I'll put it down to like -2 dB. No, I'm just kidding. I go down to like -20, and they still get the experience. You know, it's like, let the user define what that should be and put the frequency in there at the volume it should be.
But wasn't that the rationale behind the Atmos issue at Disney? Wasn't that the reason
that
that
was speculated? I don't know if Disney ever. I've never heard Disney came out and said that. Because to me, it's like that is like, we're saving you from what? We're saving your hearing, and you're saving, like, what are you doing? That's not how it, it's like, that's not fair to you.
That's how I rationalized it to myself, but I genuinely don't know. But I was, drumming my fingers during this, thinking, well, where's the punch in that? That's a great sound. That's a great tune that they've dropped. Why am I not feeling that in the floor?
Right.
Which I have done during so many other movies of a similar type. But like I said, I didn't hate it. It was just not. And I suppose the other thing it does suffer in comparison to is, not long before this, I'd seen Zootopia 2. And I think Zootopia is a perfect example of how to make a movie like this. And I really did enjoy that. And so they may be suffering a bit in comparison to that as well. So possibly. But anyway, but there we go. But like I said, no arguing on the visuals. None. It looks beautiful in 4K. But it's just the audio for me. Looking at time, can we squeeze that other animated one in so that I can at least?
You want to do that? Yeah, we'll pop that in. We'll do that, and then I'll just do a quick preview for next week, because it does coincide with. Let's see here. So we'll do this, and then we'll do this.
Yeah, because this one is
There you go.
one that I did. Okay, cool. So this one we've had for a while, again, that I've seen, which is a different kettle of fish completely to GOAT. This, you won't know from there unless you've seen the movie because the title's not there. This is Disney Pixar's Hoppers, which is on 4K UHD disc, Dolby Atmos, and Dolby Vision, and also on Disney Plus. So anyone that doesn't want to spend the money on the disc, go check out the stream.
There you go.
And this is awesome. All right, this is great. I thoroughly enjoy this movie.
Hoppers.
I've seen it 3 times now. Hoppers. Yeah.
Right.
It's awesome. All right. And this is a movie, because it's Pixar, that plays to the entire gamut. It's the 4-quadrant experience. Movie is about a young girl who is trying to save it's very low stakes. Okay, there's no intergalactic threats here. So it's a woman a young lady, a woman who is trying to save a glade, a lake, and some forest from some nasty developers. And she becomes aware of technology that will enable her to step into the body of a beaver, a robot beaver. Steady. Right, that lets her then go and talk to the animals and try and find out what's going on, and much hijinks then ensues. Because it's Pixar, it's phenomenal, and it's so much fun. All kinds of funny little in jokes, lots of animal humor and all this kind of stuff, and it culminates in my favorite line from the entire film, which is where an insect says to his insect posse, to about a beaver, and says, "Seize this treasonous milk drinker," which I find absolutely brilliant. So that's a joke about mammals. I just thought it was very, very funny. So this is great. I really do enjoy this movie, and go see it, or rent it, watch it, whatever. Loved it. Now, video. So it's 4K. Now, what I find interesting about this is why I really wanted to talk about it, is Pixar, of course, like to play with their animation. They do it in subtle ways. They don't, they won't do like a Sony will and do a completely different animation style for a particular sequence. They will just alter it in subtle ways. And when this film begins, it begins with what is essentially a flashback of this young lady as a young girl with her grandmother, visiting this glade. And that's why it's special to the main character, because it was special to her grandmother. And as I was watching that, I was thinking to myself, this is very bright. Like the contrast seems off. This is weird, and the video's a little noisy. Obviously, it's animated, so it's artificial grain. And I'm thinking, this just doesn't look. This is weird. Have my brightness settings changed? Is it something weird? And I went on I got the remote and I looked it up. No, it's all the way it's always been. And what I didn't realize until it comes to then present day, it's giving you rose-tinted spectacles. It's giving you how you imagine the brighter days of your youth would have looked. And it's subtle, but it's there. Yeah. And so when you then skip forward to modern day, it's beautiful. I mean, incredibly detailed. Colors are then properly set. Yeah. Brightness levels are how they should be. The grain's gone. It looks fantastic. And it was a really subtle but very noticeable thing that was that genuinely then sets it apart from the rest of the movie. So very, very detailed, beautiful colors, fantastic animation. It's Pixar. What more do you want to know? Yeah. And then you get the audio. Now the audio is awesome as well, bearing in mind it's lower stakes, so you haven't got planets colliding. The moon does not fall in this. So there's not a lot of bass.
I am not disappointed.
No, indeed. Yeah, well, quite. Yeah, absolutely. But it's very good. It's serviceable. It does exactly what you want. There is a sequence in this when a shark is being flown over a road by seagulls. I know. But that goes right over the top, and it's all around. Yeah, well, yeah, not a 5,000-year-old one. Yeah. But it's so much fun. This is a really fun Pixar special. It's great, and so I do recommend this one. DJ, I mean, I don't know if you watch stuff in the current cinema room with Victoria and that, but if they, if they haven't seen it, they'll love it. All right.
Okay.
And you'll enjoy it because, like I said, there is some fun stuff for the older audience as well. But it's a beautifully done movie, and I loved it. I think it's great. This is Pixar.
John Hamm, Meryl Streep, Dave Franco.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
it's got
Yeah.
Meryl Streep in it. Jeez.
Yeah, it's nearly at the top of its game. You know, it's not up. It's not, obviously, it's not got the emotion of that. But but it's very, very good indeed. And I really do recommend it. I loved it. I've seen it 3 times now, and it's
Really?
awesome. Yeah, I do recommend this. I really do. It's great.
Cool.
So there we go. Right, go on, Andy. So what was your one?
There we go. All right. Let me pull mine up. And this is just a preview for next week. We'll do.
Okie dokie.
I took this one in for the holiday, really. So and next week we'll talk more about it. I actually have timestamps. And we're running out of time, but I have timestamps for this movie. We're talking. This is The Patriot. Mel Gibson's The Patriot from 2000, going way. Heath Ledger. This is Heath Ledger. Like what? 5 years before. 8 years.
Yeah, for the Dark Knight.
8 years before the Dark Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
He still looks at. Every time he smiles, I see the Joker. I'm like, come on. And you're like,
and yet he's playing like someone in his sort of 15, 16, isn't he? He's supposed to be way younger than
17.
He actually is.
17.
Okay, so
17.
But
Because he's the oldest, 17, 18, and his dad won't let him go. I mean, a little hint of Star Wars there.
Yeah, there is.
Same situation,
no,
right?
There's no mention of power converters.
But well, they had no power.
True.
But I mean, watching this on, Independence Day weekend and everything they gave, and it's like, we could talk about more next week, but I grabbed it on Kaleidoscape, and it's basically, what is it on Kaleidoscape? I know it's not Atmos. I told you that.
Oh, really?
It's not out. It's 4K SDR with DTS HD Master Audio 5.1. But this, and then I was like 20 minutes into it, and I was like, I've got to grab the disc. And I was supposed to be here so I could A/B the scenes that I was stamping scenes. I was into this, and it is phenomenal. Even the version I just watched, it is absolutely phenomenal home theater experience. And
just to let you know, did you know there are 2 4K discs of this?
I got the.
Is it the most recent one, the Steelbook Director's Cut?
Yes.
Theatrical version? Yeah.
Yes. And I think that's the one that I got. I think it's definitely a Steelbook. I'll show you later.
I've got I've got the one from a few years ago, but it is in Atmos. It's the 4K disc in Atmos, and I know from clear memory that it's very
the
good.
only one that would get here quick enough was the Steelbook, so that's why I grabbed it.
One. Yeah, it's a director's cut.
Yeah. So this is almost 3 hours long.
Oh yeah.
Didn't feel it. I had a blast with it. It's like 2 hours and 50 minutes, I think, something like that.
Yeah. Oh,
it
is good. It's a hard watch though. There's some nasty stuff. There's some uncharacteristic Roland Emmerich,
very emotional,
nasty stuff in this. Yeah.
Very. But it's like, again, much like what was the Vietnam one Mel Gibson did? Very. We Were Soldiers.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was thinking of Hacksaw Ridge, but both. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but like We Were Soldiers, very much like this is what, like, I mean, to have Mel Gibson do, and like a Roland Emmerich film, like, this isn't Moonfall. This is like legit. And it's like, it is like heart-wrenching to watch this. And it's like, as a parent, as a kid, as anything, it's like and then again, going through like, Independence Day weekend, and you're like, this is what these people went through. Like, this war was fought in their yards, right? And that's what you were dealing with. And it's like, and both sides thought they were right. You unfortunately were wrong, but
well, you were represented in this by an Australian, so it's a bit odd.
I know. Well, you take he was. So you had an Australian waiting for the Frenchman to show up.
Trust the French. Trust the
French. Yeah, it was like,
French.
Oh my God, it was so funny. Some of the lines in this, like, the French. Yeah, that sarcastic quip.
It is good. I mean, the British people in this are fantastically sort of moustache twirling bad guys. which is all kinds of fun. But historically, there have been some issues. I think the family of the guy that Jason Isaacs is playing, I can't think what his name is. They were, and Lord Cornwallis's family as well, were not happy with this. We're like, that's not what happened, and you can't. And they did. I think they might have even. I think I'm remembering it rightly. I think there might have even been some official protestation from like the British Embassy or something. There was something like because these. I mean, obviously the people portrayed in this were landed gentry, and they, so their families are still part of this. And I think there was, so they're well connected. And I think there was some official protestation from the British Embassy. I think there was.
Oh, wow.
And they were like, you can't say this because whilst, frankly, the events did happen, it wasn't the people.
The motivation wasn't the same.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. It's like, the motivation was, the events happened, but did they happen? And to be fair, you could see how these things could happen. I'd see why the family would be like, that shouldn't be told. And I get it. But it's like, you could also see in any aspect of like, that's what happens during war. All's fair in love and war, right? And it's so I'm not saying that this is what happened, but it's like, I mean, see the movie, it's like you understand. It's like, I mean, the message of the movie is don't wake the beast. Don't poke the bear. Basically. And it's like, but so we'll do the home theater experience next week for sure, because I'm going to have ABs and stuff, the Atmos, and I'm going to have some timestamps because there's some great stuff in this movie.
The standout one for me, always the demo one I go to, is the one in the Glade, with where you first realize why Benjamin Martin is feared or was feared, and that bit there, listen out for the voices all around the room.
I had that too. I had that in just the 5.1 with the up mix. I was like, this is great. John Mensor had texted me about it. He was watching. I had it queued up, and he was like, oh, the cannon fire and stuff. I was like, it's just it's so good.
All right, next week.
So,
also next week, there will be some discussion about a little movie called Evil Dead Burn.
Oh,
on Thursday.
I'm sorry. I think I'm.
I think I'm sick next week.
We're doing half a show.
That's okay, as long as that half is Evil Dead Burn. That's fine.
No, it won't be. We just talked about the other. Oh wow!
And I've started my rewatch of Evil Dead Rise, ready for that.
Yeah.
So I have begun that. Already hearing stuff I'd forgotten.
Oh, so good. I'm actually looking forward to Evil Dead Burn. I don't know why. My expectations are so low.
Do you want me to warn you after I've seen it? Do you want me to warn you if it's particularly extreme, or are you going to just go whatever?
Oh, I don't care about the gore. You think I care about that? I've never said that.
True.
I can't wait to tell you what next week, when we talk the next Mummy movie, what kind of like bothers me, why I can't enjoy those movies the way you can. Similar to the way you can't enjoy The Covenant because it was, the background didn't fancy you.
Well, if you shooted my back garden, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah. But all right. So for the audio only people, I just noticed my Rodecaster memory ran out. So I hope the audio in this week's show was okay, because I'm going to have to do something different than I would normally do. It shouldn't be awful, but so I just noticed. I'm like, all right, that's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to mess with that a little bit. But all right, that's another show. Flew. This one, like they all fly by, but oh my god, ridiculous this week. Because I'm like, we're not going to have time to talk about all these things. So, all right, thanks everybody in the chat. Very active chat this week. Very big audience too this week. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thanks to all the patrons, everybody, the support. I'm going to get to work. Hopefully, I can get that T-shirt up there. What was the line?
You had me at Railguns.
Yeah, you had me at Railguns. There we go. So, all right. Yeah, check for that on TeePublic. And so till next week, you know what you got to do.
Go push play.
Oh, wait a minute.
What he said.
That's right.
Hey, Fred,
This has been a Hey Fred production with theme music by Jeff Bernhardt and Throne Vault Productions.